Some changes going on at Warner. I just want to highlight this before we get into the main topic. I brought this up yesterday. The Flash's DOA, yanked from theaters, drops out of box office. So this thing is getting pulled from a ton of theaters right now because no one's going to see it. What's really interesting about the box office right now is the fact that you have two colossal failures at it right now. Indiana Jones and The Flash. Both of them are massive failures. Millions lost. Millions gone because of these movies. And it's not going to get any better for DC. I know it's real bad for Disney, but Warner also is about to have a bad year as well. They have a couple more movies coming out this year. Blue Beetle and Aquaman 2. Now, how do you think those are going to go? Aquaman 2? Well, we already know who's in that one. Good old A.H. breaking her silence on returning to the role that she had in Aquaman 1. Are you excited? Like, she's going to destroy this movie's box office. I hope they realize that. I guess they're trying to play this off as like its own universe now because they don't want it to destroy the upcoming James Gunn DCEU. But she's now out there talking again, and I'm looking forward to this film's release because I'm wondering if she's going to try to piggyback on it and get her name back out there because she's already breaking her silence on it now. If Warner was smart, they would do the same shit that they did with Ezra Miller during the Flash's publicity, and they would put a gag order on her and tell her not to say anything. Because every time she reminds people she's in that movie, it's just going to make more people not go to see it. Which is sad because the first one made like $1 billion. It's a huge success for Warner. This one's probably going to be a colossal failure because nobody likes her because of that trial. But she's out there saying how grateful she is. Man, she is aging up fast. She was a beautiful woman. And she's still not bad, but compare her now. Like, she's starting to show her age. Like, look at her here. This was what? 2016? When did the first Aquaman come out? Look at her here. And look at her now. It's really not that long of a time period between the two. It's really not that long. Okay, 2018. Was the first Aquaman. Okay, that sounds about right. That's not really that long. Like, the time between this movie and this movie, because this is from In the Fire, those aren't long time periods. There's a ton of pressure on these big franchise movies with millions and millions of dollars at stake, and compromises are part of trying to make it the most successful thing it can be. And then on the other hand of the spectrum is a small indie film like In the Fire, a work of art and work of love, and nowhere near the same resources, and so there are compromises there. The best luck you can have as an actor is to be able to balance both Aquaman, that franchise, and the machinery behind it. I'm very honored to be a part of that. Then there are these small passion projects like In the Fire. I'm proud to have gotten to know the filmmaker and the cast, and we got dirty together to breathe life in the story. There's something cool about that, and I think success is as an actor who is able to have both of these things. Well, you're not going to have the big one much longer. After Aquaman 2 flops, that'll probably be the final nail for her mainstream Hollywood career. They could probably bring her in for these little indie films. I don't know. It's hard to gauge how that In the Fire movie is going to do because I'm sure it was made on a shoestring budget. So I can't say there, and I imagine she did not take much money for it. Who would give her a ton of money to work on something? Yeah, but the millions of dollars for Aquaman 2, it's about to lose hundreds of millions. That movie is going to be a colossal failure. I can't wait for it, to be honest. We're going to have fun when that movie comes out and fails. But DC knows what's up. Blue Beetle director star responds to backlash over Batman's a fascist line. Kind of too little too late. This happened like months ago. So this Blue Beetle trailer comes out, and, for the most part, I liked it. I thought it was interesting. Thought it looked like fun. And that was kind of enough. And then you get to the end of the trailer where they shoehorn in, Batman's a fascist. And, there's so many red flags with that. Now, in context, which is what they're explaining here, and this is what Chris Gore was saying, actually, when that dropped, that the character that says that is like a crazy, big-time conspiracy theorist, and he's not a fan of Batman. Okay, well, in the context of the movie, that makes sense then. But we don't know the context of the movie. All we know is the trailer that you're showing. We know nothing about that character. And this is the line you chose to put in to represent your movie. It turns people off. So now they're out there doing damage control and saying, yo, we love Batman. This is just a big joke. We were having fun. We didn't mean to offend anybody. All of that stuff. Like, here's the difference. So before, they wouldn't have come out and done this. But because The Flash bombed so badly, they have to go out now and run damage control because they want people to go see this movie. And this one is being called the first movie in James Gunn's DCEU universe. So this character counts. This is all in the reboot. So they want this to do good. This one won't have that damage of not mattering. Like how James Gunn came out and said, well, The Flash just doesn't matter. None of these movies matter. Black Adam doesn't matter. Shazam 2 doesn't matter. None of these movies are going to take place in my new universe. Oh, I forgot about Shazam 2 and Black Adam. Yeah, those were massive failures too. So now they're looking at this movie. Well, we don't want this one to fail. I don't know if it will or not. The way things are going, it probably will fail, but it's interesting that he's coming out and saying this now. And you have to wonder, are they going to finally start keeping their talent on a leash? A lot of them need to be kept on a leash because all these people in Hollywood say stupid shit. But I did find this bit of damage control interesting because it's like they know what's going on. They're well aware now. And, hey, maybe let's not put red flag words in there that turn off half the country. Because these people... These people on the far left call everybody that disagrees with them a fascist. So it makes the movie come off as a woke movie, which nobody wants to see anymore. This is what's killing a lot of these movies is woke bullshit. And that's what turned it off to me. I'm like, oh, this is just going to be another far left movie. I'm out. I'm good. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe that's not the case. But it was a bad example. It was a bad line to put in the trailer without the context. So we'll see. I think the movie's going to fail because just people I think are tired of these superhero movies. We've seen so many fail. Now, Spider-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy did good, but those are legit good movies, had good word of mouth. A lot of these DC movies have been duds. So I don't know. We'll see. Are those two movies just exceptions to the rule or is the genre down? We'll find out as there's 3 more coming out this year. Blue Beetle, The Marvels, and Aquaman. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.